Alright, and welcome to F1 22. This is not a league race, it's a social race for FTRL around Austria. Did some practice for this, did not do any practice in the wet, which is what it says the race is going to be, and it says what the race is... Sorry, so didn't do any practice for the rain, which is what quality is.
Wait, that's weird. It says
I didn't know that... It says the race is apparently wet, but it's also dry. I don't get it. Looking at that graph in front, I thought, right, well, this game can't make up its mind. So let me change my setup a little bit, and we'll have a bit run more of a wet setup. So, anyways, heading into this, I really just wanted to just finish and just be stable because I had done I did a few practice runs and some time trial and just kept spinning. Turn 3 kept spinning, spins out of turn 1, spins out of turn 7. And 8, so it was just a bit of a mess. But anyways, there's my setup. I ended up just jacking up the rear wing a lot, which felt great in qualifying. I was able to get some really good runs in qualifying. Go to P3 here, and this is like 5 laps because I had to do like a lap on and a lap off because I didn't have enough energy because you can't do a lot of runs with energy here. So there's been, and look, the wear on the tires and the inters is not great. Sorry, it's not bad, rather. So it doesn't make too much. I think I was like less than a tenth for a new set of inters. Anyways, this is my last run. Big snap there. I was about 2/10 up or so, and I lost it all here in sector 3, essentially. So, I'm in the Williams. This helmet's actually was supposed to be more for an Alpine. I meant to change the carp, the fiche. Instead of a hint of pink, it's supposed to be a hint of red for this Williams, but alas, I did not. And then change the colour of the blue. Anyways, no improvement here for me to be had, so I think I'll go and qualify 7th in the end, which is fine. It's a decent place to be. Honestly, look, there's a mix of Div 1 and Div 2 drivers from the last game here. I just want to see where I stand, really. Yeah. Anyways, as it turns out, it's actually a dry race, so with no rain whatsoever. That's great. So I'm running now I've got extra downforce that I do not need, which is not great. So... And the problem I had throughout this race was I couldn't find the limit or the sweet spot that I knew with the other setup with less downforce. So I having spent so much time trying to thread carefully, knowing where the limit was on the other setup. I don't know where the limit is. I now have too much downforce. So, anyways, first time trying to do a stop in place for the grid in an actual league race setting without just 1 or 2 cars in front for practice. I honestly thought I had done this well enough, and but I was apparently 0.3 of a meter off, and
0.03.
I got reset all the way back there. So, anyways, right, not great. We're on mediums though. Dan's on hards, and some other people are on softs, mostly mediums, I believe. But like this is great. Look at how far back I am, man. Right, here we go. 5 red lights. And away we go. Not the greatest start in the world. I was going to go over to the right-hand side to go down the inside of Dan, but I knew there was a car there, so I was like, I can't really launch down the inside there. Dan's compromise run out of turn 1 gives me a chance to just to use a bit of overtake heading up towards turn 3. He actually has a lot more downforce than I do. I think he's like a 35 rear wing, which he was lightning in corners, but just a boat on a straight. Essentially, I struggled with that turn 3 turning quite a bit. Again, I'm just trying to learn basically where things are at with this because I have more front wing now as well, in addition to more rear wing. Lap 3, honestly, this is the part of the race where it became clear to me that I just didn't have the pace up here. It really went tits up from here, to be honest, in terms of dry running pace. Guys on hards were quicker than me. I just got zumped and swallowed at this point of the race. So Dan's going to be the first one to do so here. I don't know. I just struggled for traction coming out of turn 3 there. A couple of other places I struggled. I just didn't want to spin, so that was very much on my mind. I saw my exits for turn 4 here for instance as well. Dan goes down the inside there. So he gets through there. Actually, turn 7 is more so an area that I struggled with for traction, just wanted to keep it stable as well. Lap number 4, Wesker's going to be up next here within DRS of Dan, but Wesker's got a much better run coming out of turn 1 there. So I could use energy to fight it, but I've used quite... I see, the problem is I fell away from the first DRS train very early, and this is why I'm getting swamped. Well, not really, because now even with the DRS there, I just got getting overtaken, and this will continue with guys on hards as well. So, yeah, the race pace really just wasn't there. I'm running this extra downforce I don't particularly want now. It felt great in the wet. I wouldn't have minded the wet race with how it felt in the end, but anyways, Tom got by Aaron Trucker, who was a Div 2 driver in FTRL last season. Tom we know well, so he's going to get through here. He was running very low downforce on his car, and he gets through there. I have to be a little bit careful. I got a little bit of a squeeze, but I didn't get pushed off the track really, so... But anyways, Tom was through, and we're now bleeding positions. So the problem is now we're bleeding positions now to guys who are going to end up on hards, which is a problem. I'm on mediums. Now I do think the hard's a better race tire, and I do think, I don't know, I'd love to see a normal dry race here and see if guys who use hards in the first stint, if they end up being slower once they get into the run on medium for the final stint as the guys on hards. Chubbs actually just lit up the rears. I actually didn't touch him, but he lit up the rears and he spun there. So that was one driver. I'd rather conceded the position, to be fair. Like, I didn't really defend that. So, because again, he's on hards and he's quicker than me, so that was kind of the problem. So anyways, he went through and then spun. And then we got Aaron then, who's going to try and make a move as well. And again, he's on hards. Yeah. Yeah, again, my race at this stage, like, ugh, this could be a long one. This really could. Pace is not great. Guys on hards are going past, and Dan is like 4 seconds up the road now, and Tom overtook him as well. So yeah, not going great. But that being said, things are going to change somewhat in the not too distant future, but not this lap anyways. I'll have too much of this footage in, so my bad. Lap 11 was still within DRS of Aaron, but then we an accident then for, I think it was Johnny, and the safety car is deployed. This is good. This is very good for me, because the guys on the hards, Dan is on the hards, and he's like only on, I don't know why he says the percentage there, I can't remember what it was, but this is excellent for us on mediums. We can just go hards to the end now. Hard is a very, very durable tire, very, very durable. This works excellently for the guys who start on medium / softs. Anyways, in we come. We actually nailed the turn in there for the pit. Dan got a 1.9 second stop. We actually jumped Aaron in the pit, so that was nice. We gave that position back. So hard to the end of the race. Yeah, I think I'd pull up the downforce on the front a little bit just because I want a bit more turn in for these hards. Of course, they're cold coming out the box. I believe actually Tico had all of these safety car restarts, every single one of them. Yes, spoilers, there's going to be more to come. Some of them were better than others. This is one of the better ones, to be honest. Nothing really doing though, really heading out of this one immediately at least. Some people chose to pit onto mediums, some people from the hard, some people chose to stay out. So we got a nice kind of jumbled up grid. But again, I've got the same problem I've got is that I've got people who overtook me once already behind me. So yeah, not brilliant. So I think I got a little tap from the rear from Aaron, I think there. I'm not quite sure. But anyways, Chubbs goes round, so he loses his position there. So we at least gave one position off the safety car restart, but nothing really else doing in terms of coming off the safety car restart there. So yeah, moving on then to lap number 15. So we're kind of just in the middle of a DRS train here. We got Dan. And the spinner then, that was, I couldn't see who it was. I think it was Brutus actually. So again, there's guys stuck here behind people who have yet to pit. There's a bit of a kerfuffle here, as I think Michael Vienne had a collision with someone, I think. But anyways, and then Dan, who pitted for mediums, and his the strategy is going to be really interesting if you got unencumbered running to the end, because I would like to see what the story would have been mediums versus hards here to the end of the race here, or these guys would have had to commit to a 2-stop essentially. So anyways, we got by one, and we're going to get by another here as well. Actually, that's a lapped car. That's a lapped Aston Martin. So anyways, so we're kind of in the wheel tracks of Dan. I do think the hards, I don't know, I do think they ended up being better than, I can't remember what the delta is, but I do think the hards are a better race car overall than the medium. But Aaron, then I lost DRS with Dan then, and Aaron gets a good enough run out of turn 3. He's going to use the DRS then to try and go through. Oh man, I was going to try and fight back, but then another VSC is quickly then upgraded to a full safety car. And if you the thing with the tires at this stage is like I couldn't go onto another set of mediums. I'd use my only set of mediums, so I couldn't go. Could not go back onto them from these hards. I actually had none. So, anyways, this is the point of the race where the first time where I experienced what the hell this is, which is the AI taking control under the safety car. I didn't like this at first, but actually now that I think about it, I'm actually all in favor for it because it gives you a chance to kind of rest and recover a little bit. Just no one needs to be really driving behind safety car, and like it's not needed. Like it's all I'm like the thing with driving under a safety car until you get to safety car restart is you're just hoping that that you don't crash into the back of someone and no one crashes into the back of you, which in the past gives you a 5-second penalty, which can screw you. So I actually don't mind this, to be honest, because the less shenanigans under safety car, the better, because the one thing I've learned is that people cannot drive under safety cars. And plus it keeps the tire temperature as well, which is difficult, especially if you're on hards, for example, or mediums, harder on hards, to keep temperature in the tires where it just does it for you, which is handy. And the only bit that really matters is this bit here. Now, I understand if you're at the front, you know, when the safety car's coming in, you might want to really back up, and you can't, because, again, Tico doesn't have control right now. You're going to get control in about 5 seconds, right here. Now, to be fair, he's got a whole sector, essentially, to do it, which won't be as bad at other tracks, I feel like, because not as many tracks have short sector trees like this, and they're short as tracks as this. But yeah, so I initially didn't like it, but now that I've thought about it, I don't mind this at all. So yeah, because again, the less shenanigans on the safety car, the better, because people can't drive on the safety car because people hate into each other and either lose concentration. I've loved tapped people I've tapped people and given them 5-second penalties on the safety car. We've all done it, but it's more so when you know, people barrel into you and get wing damage, and then you get a penalty as well. Like it's a tap and a collision are two very different things for me under safety car. At least I've not had a collision, I don't think, under safety car. I've had a tap, but anyways, we get underway once again. Tires, yeah, a little cold, obviously with the slow speed in sector 3 there, not too much wiggle room there. So anyways, what are we? We're P9. Again, there's guys on mediums and the such and hards, and it's a bit of a mess throughout the place. Lap number 26. I think Wesker just retired, and now we want to go to softs. I was debating it beforehand, but I thought, nah, it's too much. But now this is the perfect time to go for a set of soft compound tires to end the race. Which, great news, you got like 3 sets of those, because heck, 4 sets even, because again we didn't use them in qualifying.
We'll see.
But again, oh sorry, no, hold on. I actually can't remember. Oh yeah, I was trying to cycle through my my tires and my downforce, and I pressed X, which is my MFD button, and obviously I got a late pit. I got a delayed pit stop, and then I got delayed by an Alfa Romeo on the way out, and Matt Man, who is behind me, has jumped me. And there's not as many penalties as I was expecting around here. I thought there was going to be more penalties, so that's oh, and the audio goes crackly at this stage because it's a glitch with the game. So this was really distracting for this last stint of the race.
I actually don't mind.
Anyways, back under AI, and I came to the realization, it's like, oh yeah, this is not too bad, because again, it gives you a chance just to recover for a second, mentally reset, at least. So yeah, this race is going okay. The pace hasn't been there, but safety cars and such have helped. There are some people who didn't pit. I believe Adam is the first one who didn't. Sorry, who did pit. But he sped into the pit lane, it seems. So he's got 8 seconds worth of penalties. He's kind of out of the contention here. But Katamise, Tico, Chubbs, and Nexus Cats, they all didn't pit, I believe. So
Chubbs is behind me.
Yeah, we're going to have, between penalties in front and people on older tyres and the guys on softs, it's going to be very interesting kind of end to the race here. It's going to be pretty tight, which is good, because safety car helps because I don't have the pace here to really keep up with some of these guys, but if we can keep it in 3 seconds or some of these guys, then we're in good shape. Anyways, getting ready to go racing then once again. I think, what was the deal with this restart? I think this may have been the worst restart of the bunch from Tico. Let's see. Because I think he literally waited right to the line, which he's allowed to do. But it's always, yeah, in the thick of it, in the pack here, it obviously looks worse than it is at the front. But because obviously you're just reacting to the car in front, etc., etc. So, anyways, yeah, just warming up the tyres, getting ready to get back underway again. Just it's going to be a bit of a sprint to the finish. I'd like to try and get by Matman as quick as I can. I don't know how even our pace is. I feel like I'm a little bit quicker, but I know Aaron is pretty similarly paced, I think, or a little bit quicker. So I think we're going to see what's what really in terms of who maybe like where the pace is at. Now we're all on the same tyres. I did whack down my downforce, which I was trying to do as I was heading into the pits, which is why I got my late turn in. But at least everyone was seemingly well behaved here on the safety car. But yeah, Tico leaves this one very late. It's actually not as dodgy as I thought it was. It gets messy when people pull out and the such, and then yeah, it gets a little messy then. But anyways, no harm done then. And we get underway once again. Another 7 laps to go. So again, these will be pretty quick. I was really careful coming out of turn 1 always, man. The corner is an accident waiting to happen at times. But the audio at this stage is really distracting because I'm trying to listen out for my limiter, and it's hard to do that when it's crackly like that. I think I tapped Matman slightly there, but anyways, yeah, it was super distracting. I hope they fix that because it really is distracting. Anyways, and next is Cat is disconnected from the session, so yeah, we're gonna get by a place on him. A second gear through that corner, turn 4 at times. You can see how I'm struggling for turning at times. I know I lowered the wing myself, but anyways, lap number 31. That is, I think that was Chubbs that went round, so he loses all his places then from the front of the field. So he loses that. Not the only bit of chaos I'll be having here the last few laps. But sorry, this is rusty. It's been my first commentary like this for a while. I think I think Dan said Adam and Dutch came together there. I'm not too sure what the story was, or if there are two unrelated accidents. I have no idea. But Adam rejoins in just in front of us, and I'm not really looking to overtake here as such. I'm just looking to between people being quicker behind cars that aren't as quick and older tires and this, that, and the other. I'm just really trying to keep it in a straight line, not hit into the back of anyone. More so than I am, trying to look behind me with Aaron. So you'll see how this kind of comes to the fore a little later on. But this is lap 32. Again, early on the brakes then, just so I don't get close hitting to the back of anyone or compromise myself too much coming out of turn 1. I have to be careful though, I don't do it too much because look, Aaron is right behind me. We're going to have DRS pretty soon here. We actually have DRS now. So, I have to be careful. Adam goes on the move on Matman then. I thought I got a decent exit out of the corner, but again, my exits out of turn 3 weren't clean. Aaron's was much better, and I was desperately trying to defend. I'm running too much rear downforce. He's going to go around the outside. I'm going to try and hold on to this. There's a lot of carnage going on in front of me. Side-by-side action. Chubbs is out of the race then as well. And Aaron's got the inside. I try to hang around the outside, but to be careful of traction. He's marginally ahead. He's got the inside line. I thought maybe I would have had a chance to fight back, but Dutch is out of the race and the safety car is deployed once again. And I knew from this point, I was like, that's going to be it, isn't it? I've lost that place now to Aaron, because by the time we get going again, there's no DRS left. Everyone's going to have similar ERS now at this stage. Like, I've got 6 laps of fuel. It's ridiculous. Anyways, early restart then from Tico this time. So, but it ended up being lap 35 when we got going again. So 2 laps, there's no DRS. Everyone's got ERS, so I'm basically hoping for a mistake for a driver that is basically similar / a little bit better pace, at least for what I saw from this race at least. So I knew that, yeah, I wasn't really going to be able to get by people. Matman picked up a penalty at least, so at least I was going to have that. But yeah, I was disappointed to lose that because we've been back and forth, Aaron and me, this race, and yeah, I just lost out here at the end. But it's lap 36. I think Tom and Superman came together. I'm not too sure of that. Well, no, Superman lost it anyways. So we get by Superman. And Tom is struggling up in front. Again, I'm not too sure if he had damage or what the story was. He had a big moment on the back end there, so we get through. I could easily hit to the back end, that was close. So my hope at this stage was like, now that I knew there was penalties in front, like Adam, Matman and such, I was like, oh, please don't. Oh, if Aaron gets a penalty, gets a podium.
If Aaron gets third, I'm going to be a little upset.
Yeah, because I was like, oh no. I had this man. I was in front of him, and I was trying to be careful of the cars in front, and I didn't get a good run. I lost the position. Almost lost everything coming out of this last corner. I was just trying to push for everything that I could. And Dan managed to get himself second in the end. Aaron got third. So I had to contend myself for fourth. Little disappointed not to get the podium, but I think all in all, considering I was my race pace wasn't that great in the
I
end
was
with the
clearly
extra
lacking pace
downforce,
in the race when I came.
I fourth place isn't too bad in that. But it was actually a really fun race, really fun. So I'm not too sure if I'm still joining the season or not. I'm kind of leaning towards maybe joining it at this time. So I think there's going to be a plan for another social race soon, and if things go well there, I think I probably will sign up again for another FTRL season, because that was a lot of fun today. So yeah, anyways, sorry for this rusty com. It's been a while. So, but yeah, thanks for watching, and until next time.